here, and welcome to the daily life of a motion designer. Typography is a vital element in motion design, and After Effects offers powerful tools to bring text to life. From basic text layers to advanced animation techniques, After Effects allows designers to craft dynamic and visually compelling type treatments. With features like keyframe-based animations, text presets, and options for kerning, tracking, and line spacing, the possibilities for customizing your typography are endless. Whether you are creating kinetic text, lower thirds, or stylish title sequences, mastering typography tools in After Effects is essential for any motion designer looking to elevate their project. In this first episode of this series, we'll start with the fundamental text tools, the text and paragraph panel. Okay, let's jump in. The Type tool is located here in the Tools bar. Hit Ctrl-Command-T to activate this tool and start writing. You'll notice a small triangle under some tools. This means that if you select and hold, you can access the other parameters of this tool. Select and hold to reveal tools like vertical type. Delete all and write horizontal text again. To edit your text, double-click the T icon beside the text layer. Remember that the large Enter key on your keyboard moves your cursor to the next line, whereas the small Enter key on your numpad finishes writing. Click and drag to create a text box while the Type tool is active. This border will help you contain your text within a specific area. You can edit the border to fit your design. For example, this border helps keep your text within range if you have a background or a frame. Delete all and write something new. When you start writing, the text panel appears here. You can also find it under Window, Character. In the latest version of After Effects, this panel is also visible in the Properties panel. Let's look at the Font panel. These properties are almost identical to other applications like Photoshop, Illustrator, Microsoft Office, etc. In the first drop-down list, you can change your fonts. There are lots of free fonts available on Google Fonts. Download and install them, and they'll appear in this drop-down menu. Each font has its properties and style. Select your text, change the style from the lightest to the boldest, or select Italic style. Font style refers to the visual appearance of the font, such as regular, the default or normal weight and shape, bold, heavier and thicker for emphasis, italic, slanted for emphasis, titles, or quotes, bold italic, a combination of bold and italic, light, a thinner version for a subtle look. Font style helps convey tone, mood, and emphasis in typography. Font size. Font size refers to the height of characters. To change the font size, click and drag the size value or type a specific value. Font size plays a huge role in hierarchy, readability, and typography design, helping to establish which elements should draw attention or provide supporting information. Larger sizes are often used for titles or emphases, while smaller sizes are ideal for body text or subtitles. In After Effects, fonts are vector-based, meaning their quality remains sharp even if you increase the size. Leading. Let's delete all and write 3 words. Press the large Enter key after each word to move to the next line. Select the text layer and adjust the leading. Leading controls the vertical space between the lines of text, much like line spacing in word processors. Kerning. Kerning adjusts the space between individual letters or characters to look natural or prevent awkward gaps or overlaps. Place the cursor between 2 letters and adjust it, or manually use the Alt or Option key plus left or right arrow keys. Kerning is important especially when working with display fonts for logos, where precise alignment and spacing are crucial to the overall design. Tracking. Tracking uniformly adjusts the space between all characters in a text block. Increasing tracking spreads the characters out, while decreasing it tightens them together. Feel and stroke. Feel is the interior color or texture of the text. Stroke is the outline or border around the text. Enable both fill and stroke and adjust stroke width. Pay attention to the stroke corners. Choose between miter, round, or bevel. Select this drop-down menu. This stroke is over the fill. Let's decrease tracking to get the characters on each other. When selecting all fields over a stroke, the fill is rendered first, followed by the stroke. If you choose the other option, the stroke is rendered first, appearing above the fill. Disable a stroke and set tracking to the default value. Vertical and horizontal scale. These parameters allow you to adjust the height and width of characters independently. For example, increasing the vertical scale stretches the text vertically without changing its width. Font size alters overall size, while scaling affects proportions. Baseline shift. Let's write a new text. Breaking Bad. Baseline shift moves text vertically without changing its size. It can be applied to individual characters, words, or entire text layers. Zoom. Zoom adjusts the spacing between characters, especially in fonts where some characters may need more or less space due to their shapes. This is often relevant in Japanese typography, but be sure that you select one or more characters first. All caps and small caps. All caps transforms all letters into uppercase. It's often used for emphasis, titles, or heading to grab attention. However, excessive use can affect readability. Small caps replaces lowercase letters with the smaller versions of uppercase letters for stylistic purposes, superscript and subscript. Let's write a new text. Superscript, text that appears slightly above the baseline, commonly used in mathematical formulas. Subscript, text that appears slightly below the baseline, often used in chemical formulas. Ligatures and Hindi digits. Ligatures, special characters combining two or more letters into one glyph for better readability. Hindi digits, numerals are used in the Devanagari script, commonly seen in Hindi and other Indian languages. Both ligatures and Hindi digits play important roles in typography and text representation, allowing for better readability and cultural representation in written language. Paragraph panel. This panel controls the alignment and formatting of multi-line text. It appears when you start writing a text. You can find it in the window panel. It allows you to adjust how text behaves within a text box, especially when working with longer blocks of text. Let's write a new text. After Effects, Typography, Tools. Left align aligns text to the left with a ragged right edge. This is the most common alignment in Western typography, particularly for paragraphs, books, and documents. It's easy to read because it follows the natural reading flow from left to right. Center alignment centers text with ragged edges on both sides. Center alignment is commonly used for titles, headings, and short blocks of text. It gives a balanced, symmetrical appearance. Right align aligns text to the right with a ragged left edge. Right alignment is common for RTL language, read from right to left, and it's often used in layouts where the design calls for a right-heavy look. Justify options. When you write a text, normally it is a point text. When you make a border for your text, it is called box text. To achieve the justify parameter, you need to activate box text here, and the paragraph will align in an assumption box border. Justify distributes text evenly between both sides of the text box. After Effects offers several justify options: left, center, right, that spread the text evenly across the lines. Indent options and paragraph spacing controls also help you fine-tune the text layout within a design. And the final part is writing direction, LTR for Western languages and RTL for Arabic, Urdu, or Persian languages. To wrap it up, mastering the typography tools in After Effects is an essential step in becoming a more versatile motion designer. Whether you're adjusting text properties, fine-tuning kerning and tracking, or exploring creative ways to combine fill and stroke, these techniques will help you craft professional and engaging designs. Typography is more than just letters. It's about communication, mood, and visual impact. I hope this tutorial has given you a solid foundation to start exploring the limitless possibilities of text in motion design. Stay tuned for the next episodes where we'll dive even deeper into creating dynamic typography and animation. Thanks for watching and do not forget, subscribe and hit the bell. Have a great day and I'll see you next time on the daily life of a motion designer.